We seem to have lost the taste for salt fish in this country. Originally, cod was caught off the Grand Banks, salted and wind dried, and then shipped over to Europe, or to America, to the Caribbean, to Africa. It became one of the biggest commodities for merchants, worth its weight in gold, as you might say. One recipe I like, Brandade de Morue, which is salt cod, I make quite often with whiting. Like I said, I had loads of whiting this year, so a lot of the fillets, I've taken them, I've put them in a layer of salt, with a layer of salt over the top, which has drawn the moisture out, made them really thin. Okay. To use these, this preserves it. To use these, first thing you need to do is soak them, okay, for a few hours or overnight. Now mine I don't wind dry, I salt them down for a day or two until they've got, really thin, really stiff, then I freeze them. If I move these out of the way now and put my head here, you might be able to see me a bit better, which is probably not that great an idea, but what the hell. I'm the star of this show, these are merely my supporting cast. These are really salty, so I want to take out as much of the salt as I can. They've already been soaking for a little while. I'm now going to change the water. By doing it under the tap with some running water, I can also flush out some of the salt. I'll be able to hear me all that well because of the running water. This is a handy tip if ever you're in a situation where you're a secret agent. If you talk in a bathroom with running water, the bugs won't pick you up. You can see how it's all kind of wrinkled and how very thin they are. That's not a problem, because this recipe will extract everything we need out of it. We only need the meat, we don't need the residual moisture. I'm going to do this 3 or 4 times because otherwise the dish is going to end up too salty. So I'm going to leave it for another hour or 2. I've just changed the water on these and put them to soak again. As you can see, they're reconstituting nicely. Now the obvious question is, why salt it down and then reconstitute it, take all the salt out of it before making your dish? Well, to be honest, it's none of your bloody business. That's what the recipe says. It says with salt fish. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. Why should you suddenly change the rules, huh? I'm not going to. Do it with fresh bloody fish. Stupid. Right. Yep, this is pretty much reconstituted now. Smells okay. Drain this out and just go give it a squeeze over the sink and then we can start using it. Right, let's get this skin off. So, just going to skin these now. Don't worry about making a neat job. Don't need to. Okay? We just need to get it off. This is all going to get mushed up, crushed up and flaked up, so it doesn't really matter. It's a lot firmer than fresh whiting would be. None of that soft mushiness. Really nice and firm. Perhaps that's the reason why you've got to do it with salt fish instead of fresh. Job's a good un. So, clean the crap up, put a bit of water over that. There, that's all we need, just enough to cover the fish. I'm now going to put that on the hob and leave it to boil. Right then, garlic. This is that fancy pants Chinese garlic. It's only because that's what they happen to have where I went to get it. Can be any garlic really. Whip off the ends and it makes it nice and easy and quick to peel, but your fingers will still smell, well, I won't describe what they smell like. Suffice to say, it rhymes with garlic. Turn that over. We're going to crush the garlic for this. Get in there.
Give me attitude. Help! My garlic crusher is possessed by the devil. Call the exorcist. Have you ever heard of a possessed garlic press? Still, funnier things have happened. Cool, that's some garlic all crushed up. As you can see, it's a fair bit of it. Don't worry about the green bits that are already on the pan and the knife, that's parsley. Double cream, that's what we need next. They tried to fob me off with Elmley yesterday at Asda. I was having none of that, I can tell you. I looked at it, mostly buttermilk. Right. Woo! That garlic's strong. Stick in a load of olive oil and just leave it there for now. It's 150 ml of double cream, that. Bunch of salt and pepper, because you know I like my seasons. That'll do. Right, I'll whack all this into here. This is what I'm going to serve it from. The fish is still bubbling away nicely. Asda to the rescue once again. Every little helps. Right, whack that in there. Good old serving. I don't know if I get through a lot of lemons these days. Oh, should have a lemon tree in the garden, really. In there. Mix it all in. That's ready to receive the fish, which is a couple of minutes away. As you can see, the fish is boiling away nicely. It's probably just about cooked. Right, in it goes. Just gonna crunch it up a bit. Could have done with a bit more fish in there, to be honest. It's a little bit on the runny side. More pepper. More salt. So here we have it, a bit of salad. We've got the smoked mackerel pate. We've got the Brandade de Melun. That's the garlicky one with the salt fish. So that one's the Brandade with the salt whiting. What do you think?